Hello, skis. I'm your King Ginger, your Failwell, your arbiter of fate, your mom's best friend, confidant, and wine snob. Welcome to Down in Outlands. I don't know what's wrong with me. This is what happens when I eat a whole bowl of peas and chug a blue drink before we start. So we're doing something a little different tonight. We are trying out a different online format. Casual Doug is off in Alaska looking for Sam Squatches. So instead, we are trying something else a little different. As you can see, the intro was a little different. So we are going to go on the table. Please let everyone know the last thing you remember, because we didn't play last month to my knowledge. But then again, I have no knowledge.
Oh, shoot. I just realized I'm the start of this the
You are
order.
the start.
Hey, I'm not used to being first. I'm Cassandra. I play Amulet Sticky Fingers. She's a Kinder Barbarian. And last thing that happened to myself is I made it to the top of the head of the mech. Maybe.
No, you didn't.
My note says that I made it to the head, and we ran into Potlish, and he said he's there to kill us and see the end of the world.
You guys made it to the heart.
Oh, it's the heart? Oh,
Yeah.
I wrote that down wrong then. Sorry. Made it to the heart, and Potlish is there. So.
Excellent.
Oh, goodness. Here we are again. I guess it must be fate. I am Shannon, a.k.a. Smarky Betch. I am kind of dual playing some characters right now because everyone's kind of sort of favorite, I guess, 11-year-old human artificer, Charity Momart. It's kind of in a bad way, although I'm really intrigued because when we last saw Charity, Mr. Magnar made things go boom. So I'm really fascinated to see where that's going to go. I'm also playing a new character named Savannah, who I don't want to say too much about right at this moment. We're just going to let that unfold as it goes, I think.
It's fair. I am Nate, your D&D ringer. I am playing Otterkin Rogue Warlock Twig Swiftstrike. Last time I made some dumb jokes, like we were going to go to the headquarters. Didn't make it. Now I'm going to die.
It happens. I warrior. I normally play Akko, but he's dead. So I'm playing Eric from the 80s D&D cartoon.
True.
He's like more dead than Tornado. Barely dead at all. I'm playing Eric. Allegedly, his last name is Montgomery, but that's just from some trivia site. I looked him up.
Really?
Yeah, it's like it was on like the D&D cartoon Wikia, and then it was like it's from some like trading card or something. I don't know. It was a very tenuous and like one mention of it theoretically ever. So who knows? Eric though. Eric is a Oath of Redemption paladin. most recently, Eric told a very powerful and very evil lady to fuck off.
And then promptly put a coin in the swear.
He did put a coin in his swear jar.
All right. Well, let's start. Actually, let's start with Eric.
Okay.
So, Eric, you are basically, you just, if I remember correctly, saved from a silent spell.
Mhm.
Hey, Shaggy. You just saved from a silent spell.
Mhm.
You are staring down the Red Lady Valia. She is still also holding off the womb. Excuse me, the bosom of dream. And if I remember correctly, Nigella just blinked in with her out of a now broken mirror on the floor.
Mhm.
So you talk back. She attempts to silence you with her spell. She's getting very frustrated. If you remember correctly, she offered to save you. Like she's like, I'm trying to save everyone.
Yeah, and that was when I told her that she's ruining everything and that she should fuck off. So, you know.
Nigella walks straight up to you. And Valia with one hand is holding off this green energy coming from the bosom of dream. And she kind of just goes, dear, handle this. She walks up to you and she grabs you by the shoulders and she says, I'm really sorry about this. And she grabs you and throws you into Valia, which knocks Valia into the bosom of dream.
What happens?
All of you are now floating inside the bosom.
Wow. Didn't imagine this would be the first time I got to second base.
Valia is basically, you can't even see her hands because the full armed cuff goes all the way up to her elbows, her head inside of like an iron mask so she can't speak. And you see that full chorus again of Shadu looking down upon all of you. And Nigella looks at you and she puts her hand on your hand and she says, I'm so sorry, but I can't hurt her. And she like points at this ring on her hand. Did they tell you about the rings?
No, we didn't really meet everybody before they all died. So yeah, lost a lot of valuable info there. I'm sure. Can't you just take that off?
No.
Is it stuck? You need some lotion?
No. She kind of cocks her head. So I was just, no. What? And then you hear this silence and the chorus of beautiful voices from the Shadu. They softly say, Christmas bringer, you have returned.
I'm back. Hello.
Have you come to set us free? To send us back?
Well, I've got more tools in the old belt this time around. This is a sibling of one of my friends, and this is a very evil lady who was trying to hurt you.
We know of the Red Lady. She who has collected us and kept us here.
Can you, I don't know, like utilize her in some useful way to get back to where you're going?
She will be kind of, there's this mumbling between them, and one Shadu steps out away from the chorus. She will be my responsibility. And the rest of them, you can hear kind of this muttering of in Supernal, which I'm pretty sure you don't speak.
Not this character.
Yeah. Eric Montgomery of Pasadena, we offer you a boon.
Oh.
You have jailed our captor And Nigel looks at you and she goes, well, technically I did it, but I can't touch her. So I guess this is your thing now.
Well, you can clarify. If I'm being honest, it was my sister here who did the shoving. So
she looks at you. She says,
technically,
we're not related.
well, I've been hearing a lot about siblings, and I just want to belong.
Well, like, just no. Ugh, I'm not
Okay,
related.
this random lady who I vaguely am aware of did the shoving.
She grabs you and she goes, come here. And she like pulls you down in like a huddle. She says, listen, like, do you know who the Shadu are?
They just learned about Christmas. It was a miracle.
They did. They're extra dimensional, godlike beings. They're going to offer you a boon.
Well, I know, but now I have to be honest because I picked your dead brother's sword up off the ground, and now it's like
Jury says, well, you did save them. I mean, she might have helped, but you gave them Christmas as well. Eric, I think you do deserve this, and that is being honest.
Okay. Well, how are you going to be able to get home? He's saying that to the Shadu, not to Nigella.
You have released us. Now we will be able to leave. We will have to utilize some of the energy to do so. It limits us slightly on what we'll be able to do for you, Eric of Pasadena.
Okay. Well, I think I have an idea for what you can give me.
Would you like to return to Pasadena?
Well, that is a more complicated question than I ever imagined it would be. I didn't know that I'd ever be in this moment, but
We can return you to the land of your birth.
No, I think I'm going to take a ring check. I've been somewhere else a lot longer than I was over there, and my friend who died, he was king for a little while, and he taught me a lot about being king. And I think what I realized is that even though I was a good king and a popular king, I never really wanted to be there, and I feel like that probably did more harm than I realized. So I guess if you want to do me a favor, I'd like for you to give the kingdom I ruled over a good king who wants to be there. They don't have anybody right now.
One of the Shadu does the horse move, but they're four-legged equine bodies, makes its way out and leans its head down and basically bonks your head like a cat. And you see this just flash of the entire multiversal trip back to the realm. And there you see a skeleton in tattered green leathers on the side of a mountain with a dagger in its hand, and it just piles of bodies around it. Also has a quiver on its back, and you just see as slowly but surely every bit of tissue begins to reform. And you watch this slow, arduous process that is somehow hauntingly beautiful to you because you know who this is. And you watch as Hank sits up. Long beard now from already being kind of Mountain Man Hank for a while, but not like Hank Venture, like Hank from the D&D cartoon. Although I kind of think Hank Venture and Hank from Go Team Venture from the Venture Brothers probably have way more in common than I would care to even try to think on this podcast. He sits up, and there is the person bonking you, the Shadu bonking you is there in a ghostly form. And the words come out of the Shadu, but they're your words. This world needs a king. And Hank stands up and says, Eric? And you see a griffin land on the ledge. And Hank climbs aboard, and you watch as Hank flies back to your keep, to Griffin Keep. And you know that he will be king.
Well, that feels pretty good, actually. I'm glad I chose that. Thank you.
Another
It's a Christmas
Shedu.
miracle.
Another Shedu steps forward. This time to Valia. And says, you have freed us, not by a choice of your own, but we will grant you one boon. We will not destroy you. You will be jailed. And it is our hope that you will learn a better way going forward. And we have just found the proper teachers for that. That Shedu steps back. And a third Shedu comes forward towards Nigella and asks Nigella what she wants. Nigella states, I want my family and my home to be safe. All of them. And the entire room goes this green explosion of magical energy. Meanwhile, back on the Cataclysm engine, Twig, you and Amulet are basically being slowly destroyed here by Poltlish and this new anti-life prophet form he's in.
Yeah.
And you feel like just your life being drained out of you. You hear this echoing voice as you're both just swallowed in darkness. No one will ever remember you. They won't mourn you. You won't be there to see the unmaking of all things. Your names, they won't even be whispers in last breaths. You'll be no one from nowhere, nothing at all.
That's not true. Everybody loves us.
Everything you've touched, everyone you've ever cared about, everywhere you've been, I will erase. From the very atoms of their being to the memories people hold of them, they will cease. Enjoy your nameless oblivion. Make me a perception check.
And we're still at disadvantage. Nice.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yes.
Thanks for remembering, Nate.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's actually not that bad.
Oh. 19.
16.
Whoa, 19. 19, you hear this strange noise. It starts like a whisper and ends in a scream. And you realize it's the insane cackling laughter of this gnoll that you've met. And the blackness is cut. And there stands what looks very similar to Echo. Just frothing from the mouth. Skull armor, all in place. And says, no!
Echo, I've never been so happy to see you.
Not Echo.
Echo.
Oh!
Echo, yeah.
Twig smart. Smell bad, but smart.
Hey.
Smell like what cat?
I'm,
Offensive.
I'm dry.
Offensive. Poltlish kind of swirls around again out of that humanoid form, and starts to recoalesce. And he says, "Dog of Orcus, this is not your fight. I give you oblivion. I want you all to make dex saving throws."
Oh crap. Ooh. I have advantage, so I roll regular.
I don't.
Ooh, that's a good roll, actually.
12.
16.
You are a lucky boy, Twig. As Echo jumps backwards, he grabs you by the collar, and you basically fall on top of him. Poltlish's blast blows a hole in the chest of the Cataclysm engine. It's a massive hole to the point where you can see out into the perpetual twilight that is the parish. And you see something odd as you look outside. You see a rip in reality. Flooding out of it is an army without number. And at the head of it, Calorel the Vile on a chariot being pulled by two giant undead goats, charging right for the engine.
Well, that can't be good.
Worse.
You can hear the audible like grin. You can actually hear Echo grin. He says, "Uh-oh, big trouble come now." Back, Savannah, you just helped patch up Bliss with Nargaz. You see this black explosion out of the chest of the Cataclysm engine, which you just know, big undead robot thing. At that point, too, he who is many comes ducking his head back out of the ship, and he's like, "I can't find this door. Can you show me the door? Also, I think we're in trouble." And he points to this massive army of undead that are speeding towards where your spot is. Your door, yes. Nargaz is beside you, and she says, "Hive. Could you show Hives?" "Oh, Hives is broken," she says to him, and he goes, "Okay, get everybody who's alive in the ship." And they start dragging the bodies into the ship of the survivors that are in the area.
She'll do the same. She'll start grabbing bodies, noting that some of them are leaking in peculiar ways, and she's not sure how to stop that.
Some of them are not holding fluid.
Yeah.
They need a patch
empty.
job. Yeah, some of them are empty. Very well put. You hear a sad groan as a large rhinoceros person leans over a broken spot in the ship, and you can hear him weeping. It's an emotion you are very unfamiliar with, but you had seen your father, Drott, show similar emotions, but only when other projects that he'd poured his heart and soul into creating failed. That's all he's ever really wept over that you've known. And this isn't someone weeping over a failed creation. This is someone weeping over something that's obviously no longer functional.
She's going to very carefully walk closer and try to inspect, because that looks like leaking, but it does not look like the same leaking.
So you see a pool of liquid looking very similar to water all over one area. It's a little more shimmer to it. Beside that, you see a green hand wrapped in wraps that's buried beneath the rubble. And what is attached, should be attached at some point in there that's on the other side of the water, is a water genasi, and the arm is missing. It looks like they were possibly holding hands when something happened.
She's going to make one adjustment to her existing word hanging around her neck and just kind of tilt her head to one side.
When you get close and you show that, you see that the rhinoceros person is clutching a smaller rhinoceros person who's like trying to move some of the pieces off of the woman. It looks back at you and you can just see these just faces covered in dirt and soot, and all you can see is the clearness of these tears. And he looks back and he says, "Captain's dead. I think. Are you a doctor? Her arm's off. And Peerless." He like goes to move something and he like moves away. He's just shaking.
She'll point at the ship, urging them to go.
They're in the ship.
Oh, they're
like
in the ship.
They're in the
Okay.
wreck of the ship. Yeah.
Gotcha.
The ship is just smashed. It got stepped on by the
Yeah.
cataclysm engine. So it's in really, really bad shape.
Is broken. Broken.
Yeah,
That's
it's
our
broken.
theme for today. There's your episode title.
Yeah.
Just broken. Everything is broken.
As you're doing that, you see Hugh as many drag Kellic in, and then who's just, there's this weird thing going on, but you really don't understand what it is. It just looks like his physical form is constantly shifting in age. You see him drag in who they refer to as Jabril, who the eyes are open, but there doesn't appear to be anything going on there. And oh, go ahead.
Oh no, many people malfunctioning.
Many people malfunctioning, yes. Call tech support. This is tech support.
Have
How
you
may I help
tried plugging him in and then turning him on and off again?
Pretty much, huh? Last but not least, he goes back out and he's got his arm around a large Fearbulg. And he's just carrying a bucket in one hand and he's slapping his hat against his leg and goes, "Ruined my damn hat. The whole garden is." He looks around. He goes, "This is everybody." Pokes his head back outside and he goes, "Well, good news is we're all in some semblance of alive. Bad news is I can't promise it's going to be too long." He steps forward and he casts a spell. And over the holes in the hull, all around, because you're just like in broken parts of the Heartless, vines cover it. So you're basically in a shell of the ship and vines. And he looks over at you and he goes, "I don't believe we've met." Nargaz slides in beside you, which is weird to see because she's actually bigger than you. And she says, "Hive." She is Hive. Hello there, Savannah. Edicus. I lived on this. Oh, Jabril. Well, Lisa's going to shut him up for a while. The way I look at it is we've got a couple choices here. If the helm's pretty much shot, but if we can jury rig something quickly before all those non-living folks get here, we at least got a chance to shunt off to somewhere. No promises. You go ahead. Floor is yours, young lady. I'm going to assume young lady because you got a lady's name. Is she physically female?
Yeah. So her form does look female as much as a nimble right can look female.
Okay, perfect.
No real facial features to speak of. It's mostly like a helm style situation going on.
Okay.
So, yeah, she kind of like looks around and reaches down to her belt and pulls out a tool and looks around and then back to him like, I help?
What do you got there?
She hands it over. It's like a wrench.
He looks at that and he looks at that and he looks at your belt and he goes, "Oh, drot. Oh. Can you use that tool, little lady? Can you fix that?" And he points to the helm is broken here, but there's still the band is on Jabril's head. That's what we need in order for us to get out of here.
She'll kind of
maybe.
She'll kind of walk over to him and kneel down and see what she can do to help. Not necessarily her best strength.
He looks at you and he says, "If you can keep him from talking when he wakes up, I'd be much obliged."
She just tilts her head to one side like, that is a strange request. Yeah. She'll try to fix.
Make me an Arcana check, please.
Oh, Christ. Okay. That's going to be a 10. Not great.
You're fiddling with it, and you think if you had time and you had Father's workshop and you had more tools, you could do this. This is not beyond you. But right now, there is an immense amount of uncertainty and pressure going on, and these people are all looking at you with abject fear, which you've never really seen before. Father did not get scared. He only got sad a couple times. He was generally pretty jovial because whenever he was in the workshop, he was always building. So watching this emotional display is uncomfortable. And you can hear hundreds, possibly thousands of bony footprints clacking against stones, and it's getting louder and louder. It sounds like a cacophony of terrible drums beating. The din is almost overwhelming.
Can she take another shot at it?
With
a bit more urgency.
A disadvantage.
Okay, that's fair. That's going to be a 17 because my other roll was a nat 20.
So you're fiddling with it, and you notice a odd energy pattern similarity to the young woman that you helped Nargaz stabilize. You're thinking there might be a connection there.
She's pondering and trying to compute. Gotta move
she's
forward.
computing, Twig and Amulet, you're standing now close to this hole in the chest with Echo, and on the other end by the Heartless Helm is Potlish, who has shrunk himself down to a more human-sized form of just absolute ebony blackness. When he looks beyond you and he sees Calorel the Vile. You were going to say something, Amulet. I'm sorry.
I just was gonna say what was his reaction?
He's emotionless. There is nothing for you to read in his face because it's just a wall of darkness.
Suppose it would be a bad time to taunt him.
It's never a bad time to taunt a bad guy.
Do it.
Get your taunt on. Your taunt on will die before you reach the first marker.
Oh, do you know what that deserves?
Excellent.
I was not fast enough to get Warrior earlier.
I feel like I earned that.
I think you did. I don't know what to do.
Better do
Twig?
something quick. Twig, you got anything you want to say?
Is he wearing? Actually, can we move?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he wearing like a helm that he would need to move the?
No,
engine? No.
he is just utter blackness in the shape of a person.
Okay.
He's like the absence of anything being there in the shape of a humanoid. And you've seen that shape is malleable.
Oh God, I'm gonna do it. It's a real bad idea. Because there's a direction to look at him, right? He's still
Well, you assume so, yeah.
he's still a is he still a creature? I guess is a good question.
Yeah, technically yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery at him. This is a really bad idea. I'm gonna.
No, I like it.
I'm gonna tell him he's a poo-poo head and he needs to go away.
Whoa, language. All right, what do I need to roll? I think it's a wisdom save, isn't it?
Wisdom saving throw.
Well, I didn't roll the best, but I got a 15, even with the -1.
You needed a 14.
He turns his countenance. You should just see its head turn.
I really wanted to succeed, so you had disadvantage on his next attack.
You hear the voice say, "I'll start at Skokano Island. I'll work my way forward." Bronson, was that the name? Remember it now, because you won't remember it later. And then eventually, I'll find out where you came from, and they won't remember you or anything.
What's worse, if they don't remember me or I don't remember you?
They won't remember you because they won't exist.
What if no one remembers you? What if you don't exist?
I already don't. Echo spits on the ground and goes, "Enough talk!" and dives at him with his axe. Twig, Amulet, what are you doing?
So while he's distracted, can I go over to the basically the little control station and try to figure out if I can use my will to power the chaos engine down?
Oh, the Cataclysm engine? Yes.
Cataclysm engine, yeah.
Please do.
All right.
I'm gonna transform when he does that. I'm gonna
Am
help
I making
Echo.
a helmsman
Well,
check?
if you're going to transform, I need to hear it.
No, not when Twig's doing his thing.
Stupid disadvantage. So I rolled a 19, but I also rolled a 6, so that's a 12 with my helmsman skill.
I
You
don't think I
put
have
the helm on.
inspiration.
And you focus down very
Ooh.
hard, and at first you can feel like you grasping control of this massive death machine. And then there's just this creeping tendril in your thought, and it's just the bleakness of non-existence and death. You
I
can
do have inspiration. It's probably too late.
Oh, you can use it.
All right. Nope, I rolled one worse with disadvantage.
That's fair. You can feel this like creep into your head. Twig, is there anything you might know about or be associated with that might prevent the creeping ennui of undeath?
I mean, would the Baron be helping me in any way at this point?
I believe the Baron has given you instruments, tools of the trade.
If he did,
Or you can just call to the Baron.
Baron, little help.
So you
Maybe
get,
a lot of help.
you
Ask for a
get
lot
this
of
like
help.
staticky response. It's almost like a radio that's out of tune.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear your patron, Baron Samedi. What have you gotten yourself into, Twig?
Trying to save the world here. The world's lots of them.
Why are you driving a giant skeleton?
Well, I'm not really driving it yet.
Remember, our agreement was for you to destroy the undead, not to drive them around.
Yep, trying to shut it down.
What do you need?
Driving lessons.
There is no audible sound for confusion, but if there was, you would hear it right now. The Baron says, I can't give you that, but what I can give you, fast skeleton, or faster skeleton, kill. He says, I think I might have given you something that a little sip might do you. Also, I'm a little busy right now. And you hear some giggling in the background.
Oh,
Come on, Twig.
Better than toilet flushing.
You look in your bag and you see a big bottle of amber-colored liquid.
all right, I don't remember getting it. Wouldn't be the first time. A big bottle, so I could probably just take like a swig and not drink the whole thing.
I mean, it's up to you.
Uh,
Not my monkey, not my zoo.
Drinking strange things will never hurt you.
Hey, didn't we talk about that earlier? Yeah, I will just drink the whole thing.
The whole thing. Perfect.
How big is the bottle?
I mean, it's a big boy. It's a not a 1.7, but it's a 1 liter bottle minimum.
How much can I drink in 6 seconds?
I would say like a third. It burns real bad. It burns.
I don't know if Twig's old enough to
All right, maybe a con save.
chug.
I'm assuming still disadvantage.
Oh yeah.
All right, well, what's a 5 get me?
It gets you 18 poison damage.
All right, well, I'm down.
You take it, and your eyes just glow with this black light, and the machine, the Cataclysm engine, starts to walk right towards Calorel's forces And that's when you vomit on yourself, fall straight forward onto the ground. You're not dead, you're simply unconscious.
Okay.
And you've got a lot of puke in your fur.
Oh, no, I can't say that.
Amulet, you just saw Echo attack Polt. Twig slid over, tried to jump in the helm, chugged some weird fluid out of a bag, puked on himself, passed out, and the machine is now moving again.
What the HE double hockey sticks going on here? Oh. Okay, I'm gonna go help Twig, not Echo.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
I gotta wake him up. I gotta wake him up. Is he breathing? Like can I tell he's breathing if I run over by him?
Yes, he's breathing.
Okay. So I assume this is not something a healing would a healing potion help? Am I smart enough to know that? Here's a question. Yeah, I don't know if I'm smart enough to know if he needs a healing potion.
Make me a medicine check.
Oh, wait. Disadvantage. Oh, hey. I'm doing really good at rolling dice like one number different from each other. 16!
You're not sure a healing potion would do a whole lot for him right now. If you had cure poison or disease,
No.
that might be a little bit more helpful.
I don't have any of those. I have things I don't know about yet. I'm assuming a ring with an eyeball is not going to help him. I know he was going to go try to drive the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I pick him up and go sit in the thing and try to drive it myself with him in my lap?
Tell me more.
I'm hoping he wakes up and can take over.
Tell me more about your bad decisions that I am loving. Do you want to put the helm on? And just have him in your lap like he's a ventriloquist dummy full of vomit?
Put the helm on him or me?
You. We can do
that.
That's your name of the episode, Warrior.
I'm hoping that if it doesn't work, I can take it off. I'm concerned that I won't be able to take it off. But, yeah, I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna put it on.
Make me an Arcana check first.
She's got to feel like she does something. Here's the problem. I rolled a crit, but I also rolled an 8. So it is a 9.
You put it on and you're like, I think I know how to work this. Now I want you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
I think I have a thing for that. No, that's ominous important. Okie dokie. Oh, that's not terrible. Wisdom saving throw. Well, with a +0, I got a 12.
Okay. All I wanted was a 10 or better. This is like watching a 5-year-old try to drive a car.
Sweet.
Their
I'm excited.
Feet can't quite hit the pedals. They don't understand what this thing does. They just know vroom, vroom. So you are moving around like you're controlling it with your body. And the thing is just kind of teetering around and moving kind of in slow circles as it's just being literally a wave of skeletons is smashing into it, trying to tip it over. And the whole time Echo is basically in and out of a flood of blackness, chopping and hollering and hooting and laughing. Yes. At that point, a green light washes over everything. Inside the broken hole of the heartless. You see this in this not like in the distance, but coming through the light of the vines, and Nagraz grabs you, Savannah, and gosh darn it, my brain. Sorry guys, for a second, my brain blinked out. He was many, like clutches close, and this green light floods over all of you. I want you all to make me perception checks.
Oof, that's a 7.
I got a dirty 20.
A
Dirt McGirt. Twig, Eric,
I'm unconscious.
doesn't matter. You're, for this case, I want you to roll it anyway.
Oh.
That's a laugh like you just were like, I should have just stayed unconscious for this.
Well, I rolled a 19, but I also rolled a 6, so it's 12 total.
Okay. Eric, roll yours at advantage, please.
Are you muted? We did not hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you. You've
Poor
been struck mute.
Poor warrior. Having issues.
Oh, I think Warrior is just trying to amp up the tension. He's a good tension boy. Nope.
Laptop issues, microphone issues, that all stinks.
Oh!
Sort of.
Did it do it?
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit.
You just need to be louder.
This is so weird. I'm so loud right now.
Oh, you're loud to you?
I mean, I'm talking loud.
You're good.
Okay, that's weird. It's a 12.
Okay.
All that is 12.
So, Twig, you wake up and you're in your dormitory room.
Is there anyone else around?
No. I mean, you see Amulet in another bed, sleep. And you see brooms brooming away without anyone using them.
Amulet?
She's really asleep. I mean, like snoring, drooling, the whole nine.
Am I clean or am I covered in vomit?
You're clean.
Oh, this can't be good.
You're in your like bedclothes.
He's gonna get up in his little PJs and go over to Amulet and kind of try to shake her awake.
Amulet, you're asleep.
Cool.
In your dream, because you know that you like the dreamlands.
Oh.
You're staring out like where the open house used to be in Sigil. And now you see a massive recruitment temple to Moloch. And he's sitting like on a really nice park bench in front of it, throwing seeds to like city wormlings or city drakes. And he pats the seat beside him. Oh, come on.
I'll go sit down.
That's you. Here,
Do you not even know my name?
your amulet. I didn't want to.
Okay.
I was going to use a, like something less formal, but
Oh.
I remembered also you hate me, so
Well, it's gonna be.
Yeah, put your hand out. He puts some of these seeds in your hand. He goes, they love them.
Drop it on the ground.
They just come flocking in. They're tiny little drakes. They're about the size of like a sparrow, except for they're like little dragons. Because they're all over the place. They poop on everything. I have to hire a guy just to clean the drake feces off of the monument to me.
Well,
I don't know how you guys kept this place clean. Oh, wait, you didn't.
that wasn't my job. Sorry.
No, it wasn't. So, scuttlebutt around is your proud papa's pretty pissed.
Wait, you could talk to him?
I mean, not directly. I talked to him through intermediaries.
Oh.
Hey, blood war. What are you gonna do? Can't go home.
That's true. Is he gonna come help us?
No, no. He's trying not to die right now.
Oh. Do you want to help?
To help him, but he's also halfway responsible for no longer being one of the heads of hell. So we got a little history there, but we've already talked about that. So, amulet, where are you? Because that place you were, what do you call it? The parish.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. There's like some undead armies and hordes of
Yeah.
skeletons and
Orcus's scion swallowed it up into the Shadowfell.
yeah, I think
Huge
it's
issue.
not good news.
You're trying to upset the balance of the blood war. Now he's got a giant robot machine. Thanks.
I don't know if I'm trying to upset it or fix. I think I'm trying to fix it.
Oh, I mean, it didn't help now that the Prince of Undeath has a giant undead machine. Thanks.
I didn't do that.
Thanks for making us Devil's job way harder.
I didn't do that. That wasn't me. No hands in that. Whatsoever.
I think your fingerprints were all over it. So, how about this? How about you help me out? Help your old buddy Moloch out. Huh?
We're not buddies. You've never helped me.
Kind of. I mean, we talk when you're dreaming.
That's not helping me.
I just gave you a whole bunch of
busy.
information.
Info's not helping me right now.
I just gave you the skinny on all the stuff that's been going down while you've been Zing.
I mean, I get that. I get poop is going down, but
that's me helping you. I want to continue to help you, but I need you to help me in return.
Can you tell me how that helps me?
Well, you'll know. Now you don't have to hear a bunch of noise from other people. You're in the straight dope from Moloch.
But I saw that stuff going down.
You didn't see what happened after?
To sleep.
Oh, come on. I'm trying to be a pal here.
There was a big hole in the chest. I saw Calorel coming at us.
Fixed. Who was the guy driving? Who was that?
Calorel.
No, he wasn't driving the machine. There was something.
Oh no, the machine that was Polish. Maybe. I don't know. He's kind of amorphous. I don't know if he actually had the thing on.
He boys with the demons.
Is he?
Yeah.
My guess is yes.
Huh.
Maybe.
Not a fan.
I don't know their friendship level.
Then why was old Calorel smashing up his machine?
Oh. I'm sure he probably did something he hates.
Well, who is he to you?
Polish?
Yeah. Who is this Lish dude?
Oh.
I'm not going to ask around here, but I really don't want to waste the time. I want to get it from you.
I mean, you're asking an awful lot of Cassandra's memory.
I don't know this Cassandra, but if she knows, ask her and then get back to me. Savannah, you've been in sleep mode for a while. when you hear soft singing. You've never slept in a bed before. When you wake up, you're like, what is this soft thing I'm lying on?
It serves no purpose.
It serves no purpose. Exactly. You look across and there is a being who looks similar to you in some ways, but is wearing like a bluish dress and is tinkering with an arm that is off of there. And they obviously also have a female form. Make me a Arcana check.
Nat 20.
You know this is a Warforged. You've never met one in person, but you've heard Drot speak of them before. Also, you heard Little Loud Girl talk about it all the time, just like yelling the whole time. She
Very
obviously
noisy.
has a malfunction with her audio output.
Tried to find off button. Did not exist.
Does not exist. Does not compute.
Yeah.
So this person sees that you're up and she goes, "Oh, you're awake. Hello." And then she tries to reattach her arm to her joint a little bit. You notice the arm is not the same as her other arm. She says, "My name is Miss Broom." "Hello, Savannah. Do you know where you are?"
Do I?
No, you have no clue.
Yeah.
"Well, this is our home. And this is a home for anyone who's wayward or lost or hungry or tired or just needs to learn." Yes. Those you helped save in the parish, they are here too. You helped save so many. We're forever grateful. Yes, you are safe here.
She'll erase it and say others ?
Most. There were unfortunate deaths, but we'll mourn those later. Currently, we just want to make sure that everyone who is finally coming to knows that they're safe. Now, I don't know if I've never met a Nimblewright before. I don't know if do you consume? Tell me what you need, dear, and I'll go make it for you.
She's not sure.
She taps her metal chin with her metal finger. I think I know who to ask. Until then, she reaches over on a table and pulls out a huge dusty book. Here. This might help you learn more about who we are.
She'll take the book.
Eat my dust.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Eat my dust.
Too good. That might be the name of the episode. Here, child, eat my dust. You open it, and it is this strange collage of writing, drawn pictures, strange visual representations of a large tabaxi named Takitani and his children. Eric, you wake up and sitting in a chair, dozing off, is the woman from earlier and her flaming skelly dog. You're in like linens and your stuff is all folded up on a table.
That's weird.
Make me a perception check, please.
Seven.
Okay.
It's weird. I don't remember checking anyone in. I don't remember there being an in. If it wasn't in, it's probably ate somebody else. I don't...
You hear like a happy bark from Flambe, and Nigella like wakes up, and he it's like got his paws on the top of the bed, all the flame kind of pushed back towards the back end of him, and he's like hitting you with his head.
Ow. Good morning or night or whatever. I don't know what it is.
She says, "By the gods, you can sleep." Ugh.
The talent of mine.
Apparently,
You can sleep anywhere. What do they make?
well, when you spend
For adults
a
too.
huge part of your life on the other side of a mirror, you tend to be able to sleep wherever you can find a spot. You're alive. Thank you. Thank you for what you did.
Okay. Yeah, no.
You helped save us all, whether you realize it or not.
No, I realize it. I promise. But thank you for
We
telling.
I couldn't touch her.
Yeah,
You
got
could.
that dream.
We all do. Think of it as a promise that we
Promise
can't
rings.
that we can't ever take back. We can't do certain people harm, and we can't talk about certain things. That's the deal. But not you. If you wouldn't have been there, I don't know what would have happened.
Well, I'm glad I could help. Where, I didn't get here. Where am I?
I wished us here. We're home.
I have no idea where that is.
She puts her hand out.
Southern California.
She says, Eric from Pasadena, we're in my home. She puts her hand out to you.
I help take her hand. Follow her around.
She and Flambe walk you out, and you walk through a massive home. It's a huge building. It's very bustling. There's a lot going on. You see a lot of golems of stone putting things together. Like this place is being built continuously. She walks you out into a courtyard. And the sky is utterly black except for a large green sun. She says, don't look too hard, because if you can see past the veil, they can see in. She walks over to like a bench. She pats the side of it.
Bench two.
Flambe sticks his head on your leg like, pet me. Pat me. She says,
Hi.
what do you know about the blind eternities?
They're blind forever. I don't know.
They're the space between everything.
Okay.
If you can move between them, you can kind of go anywhere. But inside the blind eternities, things that are lost or are looking for a way out, or things beyond our understanding, are just sitting there. They're waiting. I could only think of one place where we could be safe. This is the place in between. We're in liminal space. We're basically in Valia's summer home. But it's not hers anymore. This is basically her prison. This is our home now. And she turns and she waves at the house and she says, "This is the open house." This is where I grew up. This is where your friends were starting to grow up. She turns towards you and she puts her hands on your hands and she says, "Eric, I'm starting something here. I want you to stay because I'm going to need help. I've got things to make up for. Lots of things. And you're older than the rest of them. They need someone to look up to. And you proved to me that you could be that person, but you also have a lot to learn. And I think that we could help you learn that. Will you stay?
Sure.
Thank you.
This sounds like someone to start.
I hope so. And then she turns and she looks up at the green sky, and you can see, as you look out in this large space, you can see stone golems putting things together, but also moving, herding mimic houses to their plots, planting trees, putting things together. This is probably twice the size of where the Griffin Castle was. It's pretty big.
Does the sun is like green? Does it seem like the sun is going to be the fall?
I can't catch you, Ryan. You've got like a weird fuzz echo going now.
Dope. So is the green sun that should do?
It is.
Maybe. Okay.
No, it is. You can actually, when you look hard, you can see the Shadoo's like face in the sun.
Okay. Can I tell you something? I don't know anybody here. Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I feel kind of bad that I didn't wish for Afro back. But I just wanted to tell you why did I do that?
I think, and you can talk to the Shadoo. They will speak with you. They're with us. I think you did it because Akko is just one person. And where you were was an entire kingdom of people. I think you put one person's fate below the fates of everyone. I know it's hard, but I don't think you did anything wrong.
Yeah. I don't think it was. It just feels weird. But I think you're right. That's what I was thinking.
Maybe she kind of sits and thinks. She says, death is never permanent. I know enough about Akko. I was his sibling long enough to know that he went somewhere. And I don't think it was to the Blood War. Maybe you find out where and you go.
We hope so.
Well, let's figure the rest of this out before, though, please.
Okay. So I like the
It's welcome home. And she stands up and she straightens her kind of like a pseudo like Kirby medieval style pantsuit out. Like a New Gods pantsuit for lady.
into it.
Yeah, and it's got like the circles with like squiggly line connecting, like always in a 4 or 6. She stands up and she says, get to know it. This is home. And you hear somebody calling for her, and she's like, she pats you on the shoulder and says, I've got to go take care of this.
Okay. Take something else.
She looks down and Flambe is starting to follow her, and she says, Flambe will show you around. He like hops back over and sits down. Just large coal black tongue just panting out of his mouth. Twig.
Yep.
You try to wake Amulet up and she's just out. She's a heavy sleeper.
You're useless.
Sleeps like the dead.
And it's just us in the room.
Yep. You do see your bathroom.
I wonder if Akko's in there. I'm going to go and check it out.
Akko's not in there.
Damn.
But you have good memories of this bathroom.
No cannonballs today. So he's going to get dressed and go out the door and see who we can find.
You head down and you hear a lot of like buzz going on, just a lot of people moving around and doing things. And you see your good friend Jabril sitting at the table and slowly slurping a soup.
Jabril, you're here.
I thought I smelled you. But you don't smell like vomit anymore, and that's a good thing.
I mean, that's usually good, yeah.
Soup? And he pushes the soup over.
Maybe later. Have you seen...
Make me a perception check.
Am I still at disadvantage?
No.
Oh. Well, there we go, 25.
The helm looks like it's a diadem that's now permanently attached to his head.
Oh. So you're like all-time driver now?
I don't want to be, but I guess I am. That was what happens when you're connected to a ship and it gets stepped on by a giant skeleton machine.
Yeah, that thing was the worst.
It
At least
really
it's
was.
gone now. Right? It's
So
gone.
we should have a talk.
About what?
The captain gave me something to give to you.
Oh, is she around?
I think it's better you find that out from someone else.
Oh, okay. What do you got?
He reaches inside his prodigious robes and he pulls out a hunk of wood.
Okay.
It's a piece of the Wheel of the Heartless.
Oh, I'll take it. Thanks.
She said in one of her rare sober moments now that it's up to you to build the ship. That you're captain now. You're the man now, dog.
I'm the captain now?
Well, you have a piece of a boat, so you're going to need more than that.
I'm going to need a hat.
I mean, yeah, duh.
And probably a boat.
Well, what I'm saying to you is, Twig, and he puts his arm on your shoulder and he says, when you're ready, you come talk to me.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
He puts his hand out to shake yours.
Put my hand in his giant hand.
He pulls it away at the last minute. He goes, psych. Smooths back his graying mane of hair and he goes, but I will help you.
You can't treat your captain like that. And put his hand.
Well, you don't have a boat, so technically not a captain. You have a piece of wood from a broken boat. You're an otter who wants to drive. Get a boat.
I can do that.
Call me. Until then, though, seriously, I will help you. I do owe her that, and I do not think she will most likely ever see fit to get behind the wheel again. And yes, you do need a tricorn hat. They're the only thing captains should wear. That one thing that's just one giant wave, it's completely unfashionable.
Yeah. I'll add that to the list. Right at the top.
Well, he goes back to eating his soup.
All right. Thanks. I got to go find Charity and Twig.
You're Twig, aren't you?
Yep, I am Twig. I'm an Echo. That boat thing's really messing me up.
Oh, Twig. Your brother is dead.
That can't be right.
He is. So
We'll
is
see
your
about
brother.
that.
So is your brother Brylan. And numerous other siblings did not make it out. And we, the Heartless, lost a large majority of our crew.
That's not good. Amulet was up there.
The only saving grace is that that some of us survived.
Well, I suppose it could be worse. Maybe we can bring them all back.
Perhaps, but some of them I don't think there's enough left to bring back. Sometimes death is just death. And sometimes those people go off to their afterlives and their beautiful, wondrous rewards.
Yeah, but sometimes maybe not everyone's done. And they need to come back.
He slurps his soup, he looks at you, he smiles really big, and he says, sometimes.
We'll just have to see who wants to come back.
Aye, aye, Captain. And then pulls this bowl up and just slurps a whole bunch of soup, some of it spilling out the sides onto his beard.
You're going to need to clean that up.
Prestidigitation! He snaps 2 pennies together that disappear, and his beard is now all clean.
Why do I always forget that?
Who do you think got you clean? You were
Could've
a
been me.
mess. No, it couldn't have been you. You were
Well,
a
thanks.
mess. Also, you're far too young to be drinking like that.
Yeah, it's worth a
Are
shot.
you, Twig? Do you have a problem? Do we need to hold an intervention?
I don't know what that means, but no.
Something to think about, huh?
Nah, I'm good.
Amulet, do you remember what you were going to do now?
What I'm going to do, or what he was asking me, because he was
What he was
asking me about Potlish.
Yes.
And what Amulet remembers is the Lady of Pain says we're the reason he's there, but he's also trying to unmake. I don't know if it's the world or if it's Sigil. I don't remember that part, but he's trying to unmake things, and he was sending kaiju through when we were on the dinosaur planet.
And now he's a giant black nothing.
Any chance that this giant skeleton is one of his kaiju?
It's not. It's
Okay.
It belonged to Valia.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
At one point, he says, "Well, good to know. Who you're dealing with. So, gonna do me a favor then?
I mean, you have to do me a favor then.
Name your favor.
I don't know that when you. What are you asking me first? I want to know what I'm getting
What did
into.
I ask? What did I ask you for before? I need you to make me an introduction.
To who? To the. To the.
You know who.
Yes, I know.
You know.
But she kind of doesn't like me.
Oh, come on.
No, she said she doesn't like me last time. She's not happy that I'm not explicitly following her.
Well, I mean, you could just follow her.
I could, but I feel like that's not a decision I should make right now. I'm a little young to be devoted to one person.
Hey, listen, I'm not telling you got to marry her. I'm just saying, make an introduction for old Moloch.
I mean, next time I see her, if you're around, you can come say hi.
Hey, Amulet, help Moloch help you.
I don't know how to get a hold of her. She's not on my speed dial.
Hey, I believe Child of Kryn, she'll answer that. And then all of a sudden Moloch just starts saying Child of Kryn, Child of Kryn, Child of Kryn, Child of Kryn. And you find yourself being shook. And you wake up.
Is someone shaking me?
Yeah. Dresk is standing with his arms crossed at the foot of your bed, and Keska has been shaking you.
Hey, guys.
You sleep like the dead littlest sister.
I've been really busy. There hasn't been much time for naps. I'm really tired.
We almost died. Twice.
I feel like I might have died. I don't know.
You and Fuzzy Brother climbed inside of a giant skeleton.
That was after I fell off the dragon and died. Yeah. No, or fell off the boat and died. Not the dragon, the boat.
No dragon can kill you. You are blessed by her dark majesty.
I don't think she likes me, though. Why would she bless me?
Dresk laughs and a little puff of smoke comes out the side of his mouth. If she did not like you, she would not send me here.
I really don't understand our relationship. I really don't.
I will be helping you, teaching you.
I think I might need the guidance.
You do. She looks you up and down. She says, in this form you are weak. This form needs to be as strong as your other. I will forge you like a sword to be wielded against our enemies.
We talking about cardio? Weight training?
Dresk is still kind of trying to giggle under his okay. Keska slaps you.
Oh God.
Just backhands you across the not hard, but hard enough. The blessings of the mother are not to be taken lightly. I have given much to her. And if you are to walk and then fly in my wake, you must also learn. Do you understand, little sister? I have already lost much. I will not lose more.
I appreciate your
No,
guidance, but
it is yes or no answer, and actually, no does not matter.
so what's the next step?
I will be your, how you say, guidance counselor. Now get out of bed. Time to eat. And she slaps your leg.
Jeez.
She walks out imperiously. Dresk looks and says, you know, when your god tells you you're going to be replaced by a younger model, I figure that that could have gone much worse.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised she didn't kill me.
Nah, she's a softie when it comes to the rest of you.
Oh, well.
Why do you think she's a
She's
mess?
got a hard way of showing that.
Why do you think she's such a mess over Norhand?
What about Norhand?
You know, maybe that's not for me to talk about.
What about Norhand?
Let's just say she lost more than the ship.
Well, shit.
He says,
That might be Amulet's first big swear word.
he says, it is time to eat, though. Buck up. He hits your foot and he walks out.
Fine, I follow.
Why are you going to, like, put on real clothes? What are you going to do?
Oh, am I not wearing clothes? I'm wearing pajamas?
Yeah, you're in PJs.
Oh, then I'm going to put my clothes on.
Twig just went on his PJs because that's how Twig rolls.
Score. No, I'll put my clothes on.
No, he got dressed.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to picture Twig running around in a sleeping gown with the hat.
With the hat and all. Yeah, I kind of
Yeah.
like that too. When you put on your stuff, you hear a voice. And when you try to grab your pants, they get pushed off the top.
What do I hear?
It's the faintest voice. Make me a very good insight check.
Am I still at disadvantage?
No.
Okay. One quick check. Nope. Okay. That's a 12.
Okay. It's like for some reason your pants, like when you have to grab them, they just kind of fell off the bureau. And you can't find your staff, your kender stick. I can't think what it's called.
My hoopak.
Your hoopak. It's not where you usually put it. Make me a perception check.
Man, I'm gonna crawl under the bed trying to find it.
Are you gonna look under the bed?
I am looking. I mean, I assume if it's not on me, that the hoopak's probably under the bed.
Okay. You look under the bed and you see 2 rust monsters chewing on your hoopak.
Hell no.
They stop and they look up at you and they go back to chewing really fast on the metal.
I mean, the only thing
You recognize these 2.
Oh, these are the little punks that we already killed. No, not the rust monsters. No, we didn't kill rust monsters. We killed those flying things.
Imps.
The Moloch's imps. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
I recognize
you killed Gary and Steve.
I recognize the rust monsters though. I mean, I'm gonna grab the hoopak, and if I can, I'm gonna try to pull it and then let it go so it bats them.
They come out front of the bed and they circle around you, kind of like jumping on your leg, trying to get up to your staff.
I mean, I'm gonna whack them until they leave me alone. I beat on them.
Okay. They run away.
They can't eat my stuff. That's not cool. I think the only metal I have is the bottom spike, but
You look at it and it looks a little gnawed on, but it's still in good shape.
I'm gonna have to polish this later. Do they run away? Or just like hide nearby?
They shot under the bed, but you could hear them scuttling away from there.
Can I call at them?
Yeah.
Like, hey, don't chew on my stuff. It's not cool. It's not nice.
Give me an animal handling roll.
Oh, hey, I rolled an 18 and I got a +0, so 18.
They come over to where they kind of slowly, cautiously make their way. Make me a perception check.
We'll roll that same dice. Oh, not as good. That's a 13.
So it's hard to tell because they have like insect style heads,
Yeah.
but they seem to be looking at you, but looking over your shoulder to the right the whole time.
Do I see anything?
No.
Okay. Do I know their names? Do I really know them?
Yeah, eeny and meeny.
Eeny and meeny. Okay. Be like, hey guys, we could be cool, but
One
you
of
can't
them
eat.
is one of them is listening, and the other one is trying to slowly make its way up your bed frame to the metal knobs on top, and then slowly, like looking at you the whole time, starts kind of eating it.
Is the knob structural? Is it decorative?
It's decorative.
Okay. I don't care about the knobs.
The other one shoots up there, and they just go to town on that knob.
Okay. Don't eat my weapon.
Nate,
Out of
there's the name of the episode, I guess. They just go to
Right.
town on that knob.
I feel
I
like
see where you're getting a pin out. I'm like,
I feel like I
messed
should
up.
do this.
It is what it is.
Be like, okay, I bedpost structure decorative. Don't care. Don't eat my weapon. And if you don't eat my weapon, I will try to find you treats.
They will set forward.
What's
then what-
what's your favorite treat? Copper, silver, iron.
They both kind of perk up. Eenie jumps off, walks a circle on your blanket until it like forms a little thing, and then just takes a squat lay down.
Okay.
Starts
Don't-
kind of like messing with its big old furry antenna.
Don't eat my weapon. Don't eat my friends' weapons. I will find you some iron.
Again, Eenie is staring away from you over your right shoulder.
Can I just like without looking take my hoop pack and like swing it over my right shoulder?
Yeah.
See if I hit anything.
Nope,
Okay.
nothing there.
It's like when a cat stares off in space, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's real creepy. Okay. Like, be like, hey, if you see something, like
Say something.
say something. Yeah.
They look at you weird because they're like, we don't talk.
Like
So
tap the bed or like tap each other. I don't know. Something.
So then they just start wrestling around on the bed before they both lay down. Both look like content and full.
I give
You
them,
also notice about a third of the knob on the end of your bed frame is just gone.
it's decorative. It's fine. I give them pats.
The first they kind of shy away from you, and then they finally like kind of let you touch them.
I will find you treats.
It's weird too because they've got red shell, like chitinous shell, but there's like this very, very, very soft hair on it, like just microscopic. So when you touch them, it's very soft.
Lots of pets.
All right, so
I gotta get some food. I'll bring you back treats later.
they both kind of perk up, and then they do their little circle thing, and then lie down next to each other.
Friends.
Savannah, Miss Broom comes back in, and she has this bowl, and it's just this very soft steam coming out of it. And she says, now, I don't know for sure, but I've been told that this might satiate you. And I hope it tastes good. Hands it over to you. Your mic's off.
Yes, it is. Good Lord. I'm a professional trainer, ladies and gentlemen, who trains on Zoom all week long. Go me. Yeah, she'll take it and kind of look at it like, what are this?
She kind of mimics like eating it. The girl who you helped patch together her stomach comes in and she says, "They're looking for you, Miss Broom." She says, "Thank you, dear." And she walks away. You can hear the click of her metal feet on the stone, the polished stone. And this girl sits down and looks at you and she says, "I understand I have you to thank as well. Thank you." She says, "My name is Bliss," and puts her hand out. She's like no human you've ever seen before. Her skin is a very, very, very light purple and then dark purple, like very symmetrical lines on her.
So kind of just stare at the hand, like she does not understand this gesture.
Bliss stops and thinks about it. She says, "Let's try something. I want you to make me a charisma saving throw."
That's a 16. That's pretty
Okay.
good.
Well, that'll be interesting then. Doesn't beat what I rolled. You feel this overwhelming sense of happiness. Like not quite euphoria, but you feel calm and you feel more than content. You feel good.
That's different.
Yeah, you haven't felt. This is a feeling you can only equate to hearing father's gruff, gravelly laughter.
She'll kind of tilt her head to one side and just look at Bliss.
You can almost this feeling radiates off of her. So when you're getting this feeling, you can tell it's coming from her. And then she says, "May I?" She reaches out with both of her hands and grabs your hand and gently shakes it up and down. It's a hello. It is a respectful hi.
She'll keep shaking. Just keeps going.
Eventually, she giggles and kind of stops you, and she says, "Little long, but good."
She'll set the bowl aside.
"Oh, no. You should eat." You did a lot. I want you to know this is a safe and a good place. And one of the things that I found when I came here was Miss Broom's food. Before that, I'd eaten a lot of trash, basically, in the hive. She was just, and she realized what I just said made no sense to you. So this can be your home. And you hear a buzzing behind her, and you hear hives. Hives. And you can see Nargaz peeking around the corner. She waves her non-giant sword wing arm. She's still clutching that bag with her. And then you hear he who is Minnie's voice. We were waiting for you to wake up. I'm not. I would ask if you sleep, but I feel like that's very rude. This is. I have a lot of questions. Perhaps we can have a conversation about all the questions I have at some point, because I have a lot of them. But we've decided to stay. And he kind of looks at Nargaz, and she says, Hive. And she looks at you, Hive. She clicks her mandibles together, and it makes this very like tick, 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 happy sound. And you can hear her wings flutter. And Bliss looks at you and says, I think that's happy. I think I'm going to leave you guys to it. If you need anything, come find me. And she kind of backs her way out and nods. And he who is Minnie and Nargaz come in. And Nargaz starts looking around and looking at your room, the room you're in, and immediately goes in a corner and starts doing something to the wall. And he who is Minnie sits and says, I think they're doing something here. And after what we've all seen, I think it's important. So I'm going to stay. I would like if he kind of laughed and goes, it's a really good question. Have you heard of Nowhere? We are similar to where you said your door led to. In a place between. Hidden. So no one can find us. So you're safe.
Her shoulders kind of relax at that.
We're all safe. Now we just need to figure out what to do with our safety. And we have to try to figure out what we're going to do next about this crisis.
She reaches down and a chamber unhitches from her leg and she pulls out a rapier.
He puts his hands up and he's like, interesting. Do you know how to use that? Great. Then please don't use it on me. I would appreciate that. I currently don't carry any.
She'll like very overly dramatic and cautious take it and put it back and put her hands up and the chamber closes and snaps back shut. And then she just kind of goes,
my model is not made for that. I'm a scholar, so I don't. Yeah, but I'm glad you do. I mean, you're probably safer than I am. You are, and also you've got Nargaz. He turns and looks, and Nargaz has spun this hard material into the corner. This bio fluid, and it's like almost like building a nest in the corner. And he says, I think you have a roommate. Indeed. So, well, I think they wanted everyone to come out. So he goes over and he puts his hand on Nargaz, and she like flutters for a second, looks over at all of you, scoops her bag back up and follows. All of you make your way to the large entrance and you see siblings you know, some you don't, some that were there at the war at open house, some you don't recognize. Some of you look for people that aren't there, and you don't know, haven't had a chance to ask if they've survived or not. You see members of the Heartless, the crew of the Heartless, and Nigella walks out and stands in front of everyone. She says, I think Father would know better what to say. Thalia maybe knows better what to say. But she's slightly indisposed, kind of smiles, and kind of looks at Eric and nods. This is our home. The open house has always been our home. It'll always be our home. Regardless of how we got here, regardless of the circumstances. Whether we were taken or whether we stumbled in the door. We're a home and we're a family. Family takes care of one another, but the other thing family does is they prepare each other for what comes next. I think a lot of us saw that there's something coming. I don't know what to call it. I don't think I want to think about what it is. But we will not be shepherded into nothingness. I promise you that. So what I propose is simple. The Shadu and our very, very gracious aunt have so chosen to give us this area in liminal space. We haven't even explored all of it. We're rebuilding the open house. And we'll rebuild the area around it. This will be a home for people who need it. And this will be a school for those who want to learn. And this will be a preparatory ground for those who wish to fight. It doesn't have to be one, it can be all of them. But I swear, no one is going to destroy our home again. It's really, really quiet for a long time. And then you hear a soft clap from the back that kind of then escalates to these other people all kind of loudly cheering. Amulet, you feel a hand on your shoulder. Twig, you do too. You see a form lean down and say, it's not a bad speech, is it? I thought she's generally pretty dull, but this might work out after all. And it's Felix. So I guess this is the first day of school for everybody. I hope you're ready to have some fun. And that's where we're going to end for tonight. So, no, we're not. Real quick, 2 addendums.
First
Addendum
day
1.
again, by the way. We already did a first day.
Addendum 1, Bitopia. You're sitting there, Akko, with Baz, and it's been a couple days. You've actually been on a couple hunts with your father, and the game here is redonkulous, and it's difficult, and it's a challenge. And this is like every day you feel stronger. You feel invigorated. You are with your family. You feel appreciated. This place is literally heaven. You feel amazing. But you also just keep looking up and you just see literally another world above you, connected by spires of mountain. Baz has been watching you, and he comes to you one kind of dusk. And he sits down with you around the fire while everyone's eating and talking. He says, Echo, I hope one day you'll petition. That's what I did. After I was here for a while, I found my way. I petitioned to my God and was given a choice to live finally in them and be a part of that energy that binds and moves the world, or to be a arm of them out in the world, which is what I chose. I will say this. You're special, and I see a great future for you if you decide to petition. I've already spoken to your parents about it. It's not something you have to do now. You take years to make that decision. Live your best afterlife here. But I see you. I see you looking up. I see you longing. I don't have many rules. But my one rule for you is you don't visit the roof of heaven. And you certainly don't visit it alone.
Why?
You're not ready. But you will be.
Probably ready.
No, you're not. And just because this is heaven, it doesn't mean you can't die. And where you would go would be far worse than this.
Shadowfell?
Actually, I don't know, but it'd probably be worse than this.
Oh, maybe better than this.
Just do me a favor and stay off the roof.
Why?
Because I asked nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Do me that solid?
Maybe.
Oh, come on now. You can do better than maybe.
Whose arm are you? You
I'll
tell
take
me.
it.
Echo, not go.
I'll take it for now. But if you decide, come talk to me first.
Decide to go petition?
Either. Or decide you're going to do what I told you not to do.
Why not petition now?
If you're ready, we would definitely. I'd be honored to help you with that.
Super ready. Like those choices, live here or become God arm.
You sleep on it. You talk to your mom and dad. You talk to your parents, your pa and your ma.
Okay.
But I'd be happy to help petition for you.
Whose arm though? Maybe matter. Maybe don't want be some dumb god arm.
You know what? You talk to your mom and pa, and then I'll talk to you about it. Deal?
Deal.
Puts out his big bugbear hand.
He puts out his big null hand.
Guys shake like Arnold and Carl Weathers and Predator. And you hear your mother calling for you. It's getting late. You start walking and you take a glance up and you see movement on the roof of the roof of heaven.
The underside of it or on the overside of it?
So when you look up, you just see the world still there. It's almost like Sigil, except for they're connected by like mountain ranges. Okay. Yeah. So you like literally look up and you see more land and you see lakes and mountains and everything else.
Can you tell what's moving?
No, because it's like a couple miles up, but there's something pulling at you.
Echo is going to pull out his bow I was going to say one of the things I think Akko's been doing. I want him to have been working with his parents to put the elven bow he found on the elephant ship back together. If we can say he did that, or he has.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that. Here's what I'll say is between your father, you, and Baz, you guys have been reforging it. Not quite done, but it's getting there.
Akko will pull out the bow he's using in the meantime, and he'll notch an arrow, and he's just going to try to fire it several miles across.
You do that. You do that, and you hear a kind of clearing of a throat, and you're looking at your mom, and she's got her hands on her hips. She looks at you. She's like, I called for you. Inside. Inside.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Stormhaven. I can't recall. Did you
Storm Song?
Storm Song. Stormhaven. Why do I have that second head?
I don't know, but it's a good name.
You said Magnar, right? At the end of last episode.
Yeah.
So there's this kind of black lightning effect and smoke all around, and you can look and you catch your reflection in that mirror where you can see all of this indoctrination take place in that two-way. And you're about 9 feet tall. You have the semblance of a Goliath, but your skin is like black chitinous armor, like an insect.
Holy crap, am I a giant bug person?
Well, no, third best friend. I'm a giant bug person.
Okay.
Well, kind of. I was a Goliath first, and then things happen, you eat a couple people and things go terribly wrong.
Okay, whoa.
That was in the past.
That's real messed up, man. It's real messed up, man.
Well, I told you I made a bunch of mistakes.
I know you did. You totally did. But like, what is this, though?
Well, this is like what I got cursed into being.
With it, okay. What is happening?
Well, you needed legs, and machines fail.
I have legs.
You needed working legs.
There you go. Much better.
Yeah.
Now we're on something.
But machines fail. I don't.
My machines don't fail.
I was there in the Cataclysm engine. So.
Okay, to be fair, that thing was like hella big. Okay, so not my fault. Not my fault. Not my fault.
Charity.
Also, Vampire Mist thing was like, ooh, spooky.
Charity.
Yeah.
Think of all the things we can do together. These people don't even know what's going on. They have we could rip this place apart. Like I'm thinking they think they're playing us right now. They think they're breaking you.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
They're not. Because we're going to lie in the weeds and wait. And then when the time is right, and then he says very softly, like lets it set for a while, he says, Charity, and you shrink back down into your normal form. You're going to call. And I'm the best friend you've ever had. And we're going to have so much fun. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah, it is.
That's where we're gonna stop. So, hey, down in Outlands, everyone go around, tell people where they can find you, who you be with, what you got on the agenda.
I remembered I was first this time.
You are first.
Which is good because I was short and sweet because I'm Cassandra and you can't find me anywhere but here every 2 weeks.
She's a ghost in the machine.
Yeah. I did have a thought about maybe making an Instagram account just so I could view things, but I haven't done it. I don't know. We'll see.
You don't need that kind of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. We'll see.
Someone in the chat just compared Magnar to Shazam, and I can't.
Magnar's more like if Jiminy Cricket was Black Adam and also had eaten children. If you want to know more about Magnar, watch all the episodes of Domains of Dread, because you get plenty of Magnar there, and you get to see all that bad stuff Magnar did.
Heads up though, like content warning.
Yeah.
It's real bad. Like
Pretty dark.
the campaign is awesome. What Magnar does is real bad.
Domains of Dread was straight up horror.
Yeah, it was. It was great though. Hi, I am Shannon. You can find me on some social medias. You can find me on Twitter at SmarkyBatch with an E, not an I. You can also find me on TikTok at what am I now? I don't remember. I have too many of the social medias, peoples. Like, that's my problem. Tangled Adventurer, which is also what I am on Instagram. And I'm going to throw this out there because I think we're just going to pull the trigger and like do it this week, man. I think we're going to do it on Thursday. Are we good? Are we good?
Do it next Thursday so I can do my last bat at games on Thursday.
I can't do it next Thursday. It has to be because like it's an on-off
2
schedule
Thursdays
thing.
from now?
2 Thursdays from now. We can do
I'll
that.
have to figure out what date to move. So.
Okay. So we will do this starting June 23rd. Right here, twitch.tv/Known World United. You can join us for the Love Lost Chronicles, a 5e adventure. This is actually an old crew of mine that has seen one full campaign to complete fruition. They are slightly higher level, and I am really excited. It does take place in Faerun, but it's my version of Faerun, so it's a little different. This is an LGBTQ-friendly crew. This is a super queer crew of gamers that's joining us. I think we only have one like cis straight person on the entire crew. Actually, no, I don't think we even have that. I think we're just real gay. But please join us. It's going to be fantastic. It's a really wonderful crew of people. I'm really excited to tell this story. I'm super jazzed to get back to this group of characters because honestly, they are some of my favorite people I have ever run a game for. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So please consider joining us. It'll be similar to this, but every other Thursday, hopefully at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time right here. Make sure you follow and like and subscribe Known World United and show them some love because these folks work hard and they deserve it. Also, happy Pride Month. And remember, Pride started as a riot.
Throw them bricks.
All right, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at CubicleZombie. You can also find me tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Central, I think is when we're playing on this very channel.
Head to head again with Tiny Man? Are you guys starting a war?
We just get more viewers when we end slightly after
time. I'm not on. I'm Dennis Stamp. I'm not booked, Terry, so I won't be there. If you get that reference, then you're cool in my book.
Then you can come watch. You can come watch a very chill party of adventurers get slaughtered by a dragon.
Also, it's Dennis Stamp, not Terrence Stamp. Terrence Stamp was Zod.
Terrence Stamp is a different vibe.
Yeah. He would be like Neil before Zod. So yeah, that's awesome though. I'm glad you guys are getting them back on track. Coolio. Anything else you got going on, Nate?
No, that's it. For now.
For now.
I'm Warrior and my mic's working, so that's dope. You can find me at WarriorMN on the socials. You can, as Nate mentioned, find me on Drakeman Falls tomorrow. Also, our usual night is Saturday at 7 p.m. So do check us out at our normal time. I believe we'll be back into that groove starting a week from Saturday. So.
Where you got any other games going on right now?
I don't have anything currently, but I am. If you want to find me elsewhere than here, you can find me regularly on the FreeForge Discord and various FreeForge events that they do. You can check it out at thefreeforge.com.
I'm not on Tiny Ming. Dennis Stamping on my way on the trampoline. I'm not booked, Terry. I'm not booked. Thursday, Bad at Games. I don't know what we're playing. Maybe we'll play Fermi Paradox. I've been threatening to play it. Maybe we'll just take all of the. We'll make all the decisions based on the chat. I think that might be fun. Sunday, more according to Matt, more Hard Times 1987 development work. I highly recommend people to come be a part of that. We're building a Powered by the Apocalypse game based on Kyle Stark's Hard Times cartoon featuring Dusty Rhodes, Hard Times promo, which turned out to be a prophetic call to arms because there was a robot apocalypse coming. So we're using other apocalypse worlds to build our playbooks and everything, and it's a lot of just us and the chat going back and forth and coming up with weird stuff. And then we're going to play it at some point. Hell, if I'm lucky, maybe Matt will even run it, but probably not. Also, still looking for folks for Chaos Scar. I don't know if it's ever going to happen now. Looking to also get more the next 2 episodes of Star Wars completed. Then I'm trying to get this wonderful thing called the Challenge off the ground. We'll see if that happens or not. Otherwise, you can see us back here in 2 weeks for Down in Outland. And I don't know when I'm on Tiny Mang next. I don't know these things. David doesn't have a calendar and he doesn't know how to use one. He's not a real adult. He's an artiste. All right, suckers. Sucker perpetrators. We have an outro. Everybody say goodbye.
Bye.
All
Toy.
right, guys. What'd you think of the new intro and outro?
Love
Good
it.
stuff.
Very good.
That's one reason I wanted to give you a little bit of time, Shannon, too, because we can set that up for Love Lost Chronicles.
Yes.
We'll come
I
up
love
with
it.
something. We'll throw something together. If you have music you want to use, that's like all that music. That stuff Duke made, but I usually do the music for other stuff with my terrible skills on BandLab. But I know Richard does a lot of stuff too. So we're going to be moving into school's time. So what I would like to do is, do any of you have time next Monday?
Probably.
I
Should
mean,
yeah.
yeah.
I don't think I have anything like on the.
You don't. When do you have time, Shannon?
Me?
Yes.
Like literally like pretty much any other day. It's just Monday, every other Monday night when I'm not here.
You have a game,
in,
right?
I'm in Richard's game. Yeah.
Okay. Would not this Wednesday, but the Wednesday after work for everybody.
We're still broadcasting on Twitch, by the way.
Oh,
It
are we?
says live. It does say live at top.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Not just bad at games, bad at Twitch.